Everybody, Invisiblekatana here. Honestly, the title of this video kind of says it all because I had a really crazy week. And I just felt like I've been away from the channel for a super long time. I haven't done any videos. It's only been, when I looked at my channel, I was like, oh, it's only been like 3 or 4 days, which isn't a super long time, but especially with a lot of the shows, coming back on, I felt like I know I'm super far behind because I have to catch up on 2 shows. I think 2 other shows premiered. I think Gotham premiered on Monday. Apparently Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. premiered like yesterday or something. I didn't even know it was coming on this week. So I know I'm like quite a few episodes behind, but I, hadn't posted any videos. I haven't posted to Facebook. I never posted to Twitter, so I guess that didn't matter. I always forget. Even the car crash thing, I didn't end up posting on Twitter. But this week I helped my girlfriend move into her house, so that was really crazy, and that took up a ton of time. And this is like the first free day that I've had in maybe like 2 full weeks where I was actually able to just like actually come back home and just be here all day because for those of you who don't know, I mentioned a car crash. Some idiot crashed into us while we were at a red light and like destroyed her car. So I've kind of been like her taxi service. Of course, take her to work, pick her up from work and everything like that. So of course I didn't really have any days where I could just come here and do all my stuff. And that's why I have a ton of videos to catch up on. I have like 3 unboxing videos. I have like 3 loot crate things that got delivered, and I gotta do all 3 of those today before before I can do them. So, I felt like I've been away for a super long time, but it's only been like a couple of days. So that's why it's been like nothing on the channel. Even like the videos, old episodes and stuff that I'm like 2 weeks behind on for some of my shows. That's why it's been nothing. So it felt weird, and I just wanted to do this video because, like I said, we moved on a weekday, which really sucked because when you move on a weekday, you don't really have time to do the normal, house cleaning stuff throughout the week, like until after you get off work and then you're tired. So we moved on Monday because the lenders, her people, just sucked. Like, she was supposed to be in her house a month ago, and they kept pushing and kept pushing, and the whole plan was always, she gets the keys, and we move a little bit throughout the week, and once we hit the weekend, that's when we do everything else. But because it landed on Monday, it was like, alright, this is our last chance, because we have to be out of this apartment, because someone had already rented it, and it needed to be clear for 2 full weeks. So it's like, we have to do everything today. So we're rushing, and, we're finishing up with packing, and we were supposed to start moving at like 11:30 in the morning, but her dad never showed up, and he didn't show up until like 7 at night. So we didn't have a truck until about 7 because he was supposed to get it, and I was like, he hasn't shown up, maybe we should go get it. And she's like, it's her dad, so of course she's like, no, he'll get it, and then we can start going, because we still had packing to do. We weren't 100% finished, so we weren't just sitting around, because if we were, we probably would have actually gone. But we actually still had a little bit of stuff to do that day, so it was like, alright, well, we still have a ton of stuff to pack, so no big deal, we can wait. And we're waiting, and she had to go actually close on the house, so our friend took her to do that, and I was supposed to wait till her dad got there. And he never showed. I was still just packing some stuff up, and if I'd known this, I didn't know that you could actually leave your own car there, because I've never rented a moving truck myself. I probably would have just gone like, alright, he hasn't shown up, I'll just get this truck and leave my car or whatever. But that didn't end up happening, so we didn't end up doing any sort of moving until 7 at night. So we're in the darkness. We had quite a bit of help, but it was from like maybe 7 to midnight we were moving stuff. And so we get there, and then we were up until, she was up until 2, I was up until 3, because the house had been empty for about a month, and she's terrified of bugs. So it was like, no, we have to do some vacuuming and checking corners and checking rooms and stuff so there are no bugs and everything. So we did like a little bit of cleaning and stuff that night. We didn't get to do any of the shopping that we were supposed to do, which was, we had to get like curtains for the windows. We were gonna get like a new shower curtain. We need like new toilet seats, because it's like the old people's toilet seats, which is super gross. I would never, can't sit on those toilets. I won't, at least. So we didn't get to do any of that stuff. We put the shower curtain, the old shower curtain, up as one of the curtains for the window, because she has like the giant windows. So had to do that for one window, which you can still basically see right through. Had to put one of the sheets up on the other ones, and then like a little not a throw rug, but just like a little sheet or whatever for the smaller window. So really crazy night. Second day, I get up and I take her to work, and then I'm up because we have cable coming in. So that happens, and I'm like, oh, he's there at 9. I thought he'd be there for like 2 hours, maybe 3, from like 9 to 12 or something, and he was there for 5 hours. So I was up pretty much the whole time. Like, like I said, I went to sleep at 3 and woke up at like maybe 8:30, and it's totally different. Doing a bunch of exercise and staying up until 3 is very different than my normal staying up until 3, because I kind of do that all the time. My schedule is really weird, and I'll just be up playing games all night. So it's like the normal hours that I'm up, but it's a bunch of extra exercise, so it's totally different. It's a different type of tired, different type of staying up late. So when he was there at 9, I was like, all right, he'll be done in like 2 or 3 hours, no big deal. And he was there until 2. I moved some stuff around, I did what I could, and then eventually my body was like, no, I'm just too tired. And I just eventually started falling asleep, even though the guy was still there. And eventually I just told him, I was like, if you need me, just tell me, because I'm probably going to fall asleep. And he was like, go ahead. So I still ended up getting maybe 2 hours of sleep that night, or after he left, like 2 hours of sleep. And then I ended up having to go to work and drop my girlfriend off. And I think because I was so incredibly tired, of course I slept in a little later, and I clocked in much later than I normally did. So I was up until, I was at work maybe until 3 o'clock in the morning or something crazy like that. And then I was up until 5 once I finally got back, because eventually all the sleep finally added up, and I wasn't tired, but my body chose to not be tired at 3 in the morning. I'm like, great. So I'm hungry and I'm eating cereal and I'm watching YouTube videos at 3 in the morning and stuff. So I was up until like 5 because I just didn't feel tired. So I did like a little extra stuff. And then yesterday, this is like the third day in the trilogy of crappy days. It started off normal. It started off really simple, and I took her to work. I actually got my full sleep. I slept until, say like from 9 to, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2. Something, kind of the same thing, maybe 1 o'clock. And kind of a normal day. I was like, all right, everything's good. Tomorrow, which is currently today, is my free day. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do everything normal, get to work earlier, clock in, do my thing. And so because I'm a janitor, I can clock in and I can still leave work, which is what I normally do. I'll clock in because the people are still there, but I can clock in a little before they leave. And then I go eat. And I chose, because things have been weird, I was like, all right, I haven't had anything fairly healthy. I'm going to go to Subway. I'm going to get a salad, because that's normally what I do. Try to eat something a little healthy, because all I like is pop or soda, I guess. And just unhealthy things. So I was like, this is like the one healthy thing I do is go to Subway. So I went, got a salad, watched some YouTube videos, and I was like, alright, because it only takes me so much time to work, I can kind of just sit around for like 3 full hours after I clock in, and then I'll still finish on time. So I'm doing all that, and then I go pick up my girlfriend from work, and then I drop her off at the house. And when I get there, things get real bad. And so if you don't want to hear about me being on the toilet, you can probably cut the video here, but at first it was normal. I was like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom. And I did. I was like, alright, that wasn't normal situation, but it was fine. And then my stomach started rumbling, and it didn't hurt, but I was like, oh, this is going to happen again. And then it happened a second time. And after that second time, my body was in a state of shock because I didn't feel good at all. Like, my stomach hurt. And even worse than that, I just felt tired. It wasn't just like, oh, my stomach hurts a little bit. It was like, my stomach hurt, plus it was like I was instantly just drained of energy. I just didn't want to do anything, and I was like, I have to go to work. And like, I hadn't done any work at all yet. So I'm like, this is going to take up extra time, and I'm going to be at work super, super late. And I was there for 3 hours. I was at her house for 3 hours because of my stomach. And I was just on and off and just in pain and laying down and stuff for 3 full freaking hours. And then I finally was able to have enough time to drive and get to work. And then once I finally got to work, as soon as I got there, it's like, alright, I have to go to the bathroom again. And then I did a little bit of work, had to go to the bathroom again. And then I got a bit more work in, and then I went right back to the bathroom, and it was just a disaster. And I just felt horrible. Like, eventually I just did that so much, my body, like, I was physically in pain just from walking, like, which is insane. Like, I've never had that sort of pain before, but it was like literally, I went that much that it like made that area, we'll say, of my body sense. I'm trying not to get too descriptive on you guys, But it made me sensitive just from walking. And as a janitor, that's the whole job, is you just walk. So I spent 4 hours, probably more than that, because I was in there so late. I was so tired. I was moving way slower, and I felt like crap because of the crap, I guess. So I was in there way longer than it normally would be, because it normally takes me like maybe 4 hours to do everything. And it was just horrible. Like, I was moving way slower than normal, and I didn't end up leaving until 4 in the morning. So I was up until 4 in the morning just from work, and then I finally got here, and I felt like crap. I was like, man, I feel really bad. So I took a shower last night, and I think I went to sleep around close to 6 or something crazy like that. And it just really sucked. I was like, man, this freaking blows. Like, it was just a trilogy of really crappy days. And I thought, and yesterday was going great, and then that freaking salad just destroyed me. Because I'm like, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to get back here, I'll get to finally, I'll get to do my videos and stuff, I'll be able to catch up on a couple of things tonight, and then all of today, like actually today, I'd be able to, do the rest of my stuff, or at least most of it. I didn't think I'd catch up on everything, but now, being up until 6, I was asleep until, let's see, it's 4:30 now, so I think I've only been up for maybe an hour and a half. I think I slept until like 3 o'clock because of all the days I was up super, super late and still being so tired. I slept until 3 o'clock today. So I've really done nothing. This is the first video, and I wanted to do this before I got into doing like my unboxings and my other videos. But it's been really crazy. Crazy couple of days. And I'm glad she's finally in her house. I'm super happy about that. But it was such a tiring experience, and we still have a bunch to do. We still got to clean up the house and stuff like that, so that'll be interesting. There will be some pictures of the house, because when we did a walkthrough, I meant to put this up, but I didn't have time to get like a second picture to show the difference. But before we moved in on Monday, we had to do like a final walkthrough on Sunday. And so I never got to see the house because of just random things, like she'd either have to go while we were in different places or whatever. So I didn't see the house until this Sunday. So we were walking through, and there's the kids' room, and I walk in, and it's just this giant poster. They're called Fatheads. I believe that's the only brand, so it might be a different brand. But it was this giant sticker on the wall of Merida from Brave, and she's like, with the bow and arrow. And I was like, that is so funny. It was like a life-size thing, too. She was huge. So that was funny, and I took a picture of that, so I'll probably put that up on Facebook and Twitter, and then I'll probably do a picture later in the week, either tonight or most likely tomorrow. I'll take a picture of the same room just to show like the huge difference. I might just wait and put that up later, but it'll be on there. It's just a giant fathead poster of Merida, which I just thought was really funny. My girlfriend wanted to take it down. I was like, leave that up. That's cool. I like Brave, so it's a cool movie. I don't know how long it'll last. Eventually, I'm sure she'll take it down while I'm not there, and it's like, oh, it's gone. But, I'll have that up at some point. But it's been a crazy couple days. Another random thing that happened as we were moving, my girlfriend broke my Darth Vader mug, which really, really sucked because I had that since I was a little kid. So hopefully my friend can fix it, because he did ceramics, and he said if he can't, then he knows some other people that should be able to. But she showed me that, and my heart sank. I was so upset. Like, that whole day, that's all I was thinking of was, I don't want this mug to break, because I've had it for like 15 years, because my dad got it for me when I was a little kid. That's all I was thinking. I was like, I don't want to put it with the rest of the mugs. It's a ceramic mug, too. It's not like, it was like an old ceramic mug, so it's actually kind of thin. I could have probably like squeezed that thing and shattered it, honestly, because I knew it, just with all the different like details, because it's the Darth Vader, helmet and stuff. I'm like, this thing is super sensitive. Like, it's more sensitive than just a normal mug, and that's why I was so freaked out about it. And of course, basically all she did was put it down too hard because she thought it had enough cushioning, which I don't know why. It was wrapped in some grocery bags, but well, she did, and so it broke. Unfortunately, it broke like right at the neck, so it broke kind of evenly, but at the same time it was uneven. It wasn't like a perfect circle. Of course, it has like ridges on it, but I was like, okay, it at least broke. I thought it was like shattered until I actually opened the bag and looked at it. I'm like, okay, the handle isn't like broken off. It's not like the whole face. It's really like all the crazy stuff is actually still perfectly fine. Like the actual front of the mask, nothing's broken. It's like right at the neck it broke, and then the base is by itself. So I was like, alright. Still really sucks, because I've had that mug forever. I don't think I've ever even drunk out of that mug. I think it was just, that's the mug my dad got me when I was a kid, so I just always loved it. But that really sucked. That was like a random thing. And I was just like, man, all day, that's all I was thinking about was, I don't want this mug to be broken because it means a lot to me. And that's exactly what happened, because I didn't have my car because we had to go get the truck and I had to leave it because I was just going to throw all my stuff into the back of my car as we were moving. And then I was like, oh, well, I don't have my car, so I'll just wait until the end of the night and then just throw it all in the front of the truck. And unfortunately, that's not what I got to do. So that was a random thing that sucked. But like I said, excuse me, I wanted to do this video before I got back into my normal stuff to kind of just, I mean, it's only been a couple days, but this is kind of why I've been away. I haven't been playing my game. I haven't been, like I said, doing any random posts or doing any posts to the channel. And that's pretty much why. I've been, busy helping my girlfriend move. So, maybe, I'll say after this weekend, things should be back to normal because I still have some, we still have a lot to do for the house. But as we periodically kind of fix things up and actually empty out all these freaking boxes and stuff that she has, should be able to get back to a normal schedule. And eventually, you guys will start seeing me film over there because I might have to film over there fairly soon because I don't want to get, like 10 episodes behind, in total. So I won't let that happen. Eventually, I'll be filming over there. It might even start, sometime this weekend. But that's why things have been really crazy. Like I said, it might not seem like anything to you guys because, over the summer, it's kind of been sporadic anyway. It's been like, oh, here's a random review here and there outside of the Beast Wars stuff. But now that everything's come back, that's why it's just been like no shows have been reviewed lately because I know I'm behind on some stuff and I just haven't had the chance to do it. So that's why I just wanted to do this random video. Thank you guys for checking it out. If you guys have any moving stories, whether it's from an apartment to a house or just wherever, moving to college, moving here, anywhere, any crazy moving stories, I would love to hear about them. So please, put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.